Good morning. Happy January 8th, and welcome back to the Leaf Riders of Wrenwood. And we left off having explored this invasive root system as tack, and having defeated some insects that were down below. We returned to the surface and reported what we found to the sergeant, who told us to head to the city. Now, based on the rules and kind of the introduction to this that I read in the calendar, it said that you were going to play as each of 6 different characters for a week. So, I'm assuming that we are about to try a new character. And I don't know if you're supposed to bring like your amber and your inventory along with you or not when you switch characters. I'm hoping it will just say, but if not, we will figure that out. So let's go ahead and tear off this page. And yep, there we are. Thatch, Springwillow, and Frill. Thatch Springwillow has been an apprentice tree keeper, training to one day take over as the overseer and caretaker for the Tree of Seasons. Caring for the great tree of balance and life is a blessing and honor. Thatch has an affinity for the natural world and the ability to command and manipulate plants. Whether creating a thorny barrier for defense, summoning vines to ensnare foes, or nurturing a sick flower to bloom in the depths of winter, Thatch's mastery over nature's greenery is awe-inspiring. Thatch's deep connection to the earth and empathic understanding of the plant kingdom allow him to restore balance and harmony wherever he goes. For this reason, he was selected to train for the tremendous honor and role of the next Tree Keeper. Alright, it did not address Frill at all, but I mean, I'm assuming this is Frill right here. A little bug of some kind, and I suppose our companion. And it says Raccoon Thornweaver. You will use this character for the following few pages until told otherwise. The back of this page contains a character sheet. You may also use the hero book, app, or print off a character sheet from www.sundialgames.com. Alright, so let's go ahead and flip to Thatch's page in here. That's TAC level 2. So let's go ahead and find... Oh, nice, here we go. So we have that same description here on this page. And then, when we flip over here, Thatch Springwillow. So if we tear this off, we can see we also have a character sheet. I'm not going to use this because we have the book. Alright, so level 1, Thornweaver. So Amber starts 0. Virtue, again, starts at 0. Our weapon is Thorn Whip, which is a D10, so that's an upgrade from the D8 that we were using. Our stats, Strength is plus 0. Dexterity is plus 2. Constitution is minus 2. Intelligence is plus 2. Wisdom is minus 2. And Charisma is plus 0. Honestly, that doesn't seem that different from Tax stats. Because we had a plus 3, I believe, in Dex. But otherwise, I think this is fairly similar. A max HP of 10, that's the same. An attack of plus 3, so that is 1 more than tack, but a defense of plus 1, so that is 1 worse. And then our abilities. We have Investigator. We can add plus 2 to all rolls to search and investigate, so that's kind of like our athlete ability with tack. Spells. We have 2 spell points you can use to cast spells. Regain all used spell points on a rest. Okay, so we haven't rested yet, so we don't even know like how frequently to expect to be able to rest. We've got Bark Fur Armor. We can use 1 spell point to add a D4 bonus to all defense rolls on the page. Okay. And we've got Petal Storm. We can use a spell point to add a D4 bonus to all damage rolls on the page. Okay, so Thatch seems very effective in combat. Because the way this combat works is when you attack, if you kill them, your defense doesn't matter. So if your attack is insanely high, we don't really care about your defense because you've already killed them, they don't get a chance to attack you. That said, there could be combats or like boss rounds that have boss enemies that have multiple rounds, in which case you're not expected to kill them, so maybe then your defense really does matter. So it's probably not just a you only want your attack to be high, but it is a note. Okay, so because it doesn't say whether or not you bring your items and inventory over in your amber, I'm going to play as if you don't. I don't know which way you're supposed to do it, but just in world, lore sense, it doesn't make any sense for the items and stuff that Tack has to go to Thatch. So I'm going to play as if you don't. So we're just going to play as if 0 amber, and we don't currently have those items. So in order to track that for now, let's go back to Tack's page briefly. Well, actually, yeah, let's go here first. So we need to mark a Nimble Cap, a Combat Tonic, and that's it. So we need to mark those. So Combat Tonic and Nimble Cap. Let's go over here. Yes. Say Combat Tonic. And Nimble Cap. All right. And that way we can remember that we have those if we decide to go back to play as Tack. And then we will erase them here. So maybe over the starting period, it's better not to mark things on here while we're figuring out our character, and I'll just mark them on that character sheet. And then once we have decided our long-term character, we'll then use the actual inventory page here. Okay, so we have those marked. And now let's go back to Thatch. Okay. All right, and now we will do Monday, January 8th, 2024. That's Moon's Day, Deep Winter. Good morning, Thatch. I'm glad you've arrived early. The Turning Leaf Festival is today, and we have many duties to complete before tonight. The Tree of Seasons must be in pristine shape for the festival when the Queen's ceremony marks the changing of the season. I have some important tasks for you to begin. Let's get started. Master Laurel Driftfur, Tree Keeper. All right. I like the robes. This is very reminiscent of a religious kind of organization centered around, in this case, this tree, the Tree of Seasons. Which is interesting. Okay, so our first task is to prune the overgrown branches. So that would be rolling a d20 plus strength. All right, let's do that. Our first roll here is Thatch Springwillow. All right, that is a 7, and we add our strength, which is 0. So, oh, there's actually a little bit of extra text here, so I'm going to read that before I read the result here. Remember, Thatch, the Tree of Seasons, symbolizes our connection with nature and the cycles of life. Your dedication and attention to these tasks will contribute to its well-being. May your work be guided by patience, care, and respect for the tree's majesty. So, pruning the overgrown branches, the Tree of Seasons has flourished, but some branches have become unruly. Your task is to trim and prune the overgrown branches with precision. Be careful. Even the most minor branches of the tree are sturdy and hard. Alright, so if the result is 11 or less, one of the tree's larger branches must be cut down. As you finally slice through it, the branch comes crashing down and lands hard on your foot. Reduce your health by 1. Alright. So, we are at 9 max health. Or not 10 max and 9 current health. Alright, next is apply fertilizer, which is roll a d20 and add constitution. The tree requires a boost of nutrients to thrive through the seasons. The organic fertilizer is known to be harsh to critters if mishandled. Alright, so let's not mishandle it. And we will roll here. And this one was, I believe, adding your constitution. So we have a -2, We rolled a 12, so that brings it down to a 10. If the result is 10 or less, you underestimate the care needed when handling the fertilizer. The pungent odor creeps into your nostrils and causes you to feel ill for the remainder of the morning. Reduce your health by 1. Alright, so already we are not doing great as Thatch. We've already taken 20% of our health here. Alright, down to 8. Alright. And then lastly, we need to document care. As an apprentice tree keeper, documenting the care and treatment of the Tree of Seasons is essential. Recording these details in your journal provides valuable insights into the tree's future health. Alright, so this is a d20 plus intellect. Oh, I may have said intelligence earlier. That's a holdover from D&D. Intellect. Now this one we have a +2 for. So let's hope we do well. A 14. So we add 2 and make that a 16. So if the result is 9 or more, you take excellent notes that will assist you with further care of the tree's health. Write down detailed notes somewhere for future use. Okay. For now, I think I'm going to note that on the little notes page that they give you. Back here. So we have detailed notes. Let's make a note of that. Detailed notes. All right. So there we go. That is our first day with a new character. Thatch, Springwillow, and Frill. We didn't do amazingly, but, that's okay. Again, kind of growing pains with new characters here. And it's exciting to try a new one with different skills and abilities. And we'll see how we like Thatch over the coming week. So thank you so much for watching. And until tomorrow, have a great day.